What's up, bro?
I'm alright.
Are you well?
Very well.
You adjusting well?
Yeah, you already know.
All right, man. Let's jump straight into it. Big Brother Titans. You know, before coming onto the show, had you ever been a fan? Have you ever watched it? Do you have a particular season that you like? Have you ever interacted with the franchise and the brand before coming to the house?
Yeah, my first ever audition was in 2020, but I didn't get into the house, obviously. So I've been a fan, and I'm a very huge fan of the show. And 2023 was the time for me. So yeah.
How many times have you auditioned?
Just once.
Just once.
Yes.
Okay.
Before this season.
And then you auditioned again. Then you got in.
Yeah.
I reckon because you made it to the top 2 this time around. If you audition again, what are the chances? You know what I mean?
Give me my money.
All right, so you come into the house, obviously, well, let me not say obviously, you come into the house and you almost have a format or a formulae per se of, you know, a resemblance of a strategy. You know, you come in, you meet everybody for the first time. What were your initial thoughts of this group right here?
Before the show, I just felt like, what would it be like being with people with different personalities? And obviously, it wasn't just Nigerians, we had South Africans in the house. So for me, I wanted to, first of all, be by myself and process everything. But the very first conversations I had when I walked into the house, I saw that there were a lot of beautiful minds inside. And I went on to having conversations, and we grew on each other. Every task that we had, we were always together. And then you would see, even in the midst of drama, there was no violence, and you know, it just shows that we're actually similar with differences. Yeah.
And how did you feel when Big Brother decided to pay you guys? Because normally the game is a one-player game. You know, you're looking out for yourself, and then Big Brother comes in and says, pick a name.
Whenever this guy is here paying, just do it. You guys loved it, didn't you? Theo is too shaky, he's like, go.
Tibato is the name, Blue Eva is the game. That's my partner, I love her so much. We love the pairing, but initially, because I never spoke to Blue.
Yeah. If she was here, Blue would definitely say, Danko!
Thank you.
So, you're in the game, you're playing the game, and then it would be remiss of me if I do not ask. I mean, you know, one moment you are Kanaka, next minute you are relationship and shipping, you know. You and Tati, man. Tell me from your perspective how that formulated. How
she just walked in.
As she just walks in.
What a woman. For Tati, she's someone that is very special to me, and I walked into the house. That was like one of the very first people I had conversations with. And then the way she carried herself and the way she spoke just drew me to her. And we kept on talking, and I got to know her better. And I think that there's one person I was very comfortable with in the house, sharing things that I've never told anyone in the house. It was definitely Tati. Even when I was going through my thingy, she was there for me to help me out and stuff. So yeah, I think we just grew on each other, and I appreciate what is going on between the both of us. So yeah, that's it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Luca. Was he the first to drop the L word? There was an L bomb that he dropped.
We need to check the tapes.
We need to check the tapes. I don't want to put him on the spot. So maybe. So now you're in a house with different cultures, different people. What would you say your takeaway was from engaging with a South African and with a South African audience, which is the housemates that you were in the house with?
I've learned a lot from them. I learned Awe, Ukrend, Ola, and I enjoyed South African meals like Amakunya, Chakalaka, and the like. So I'm definitely South African by nature, but nationality, I'm definitely Nigerian. I just love the experience. I was able to connect with a few South Africans, got to know a few people's story. My amazing Nelisa, a very beautiful creative. I fuck with so much. I really do love Nelisa. So yeah, I think for me it was that experience that I got into and I enjoyed it. So yeah, whatever I did inside, whatever I said inside, I did not regret anything. I left my trip. So yeah.
So, just to wrap it up, future prospects, man. You know, in the house we got to see an array of different talents that you exposed to us, you know. I still can't do the dance move that you do. That's just like lightning feet.
Pay for tutorials.
So, future prospects. I know you spoke about yourself being an entertainer, being out there. What do you have your eyes dead set on? And just by the way, as you say that, right? This is Sipho Wig sitting right next to you. So whatever future prospects you have,
so lean in.
So
lean in, bro.
Help me, sir. Kanaga Junior, who is Kanaga Junior? Kanaga Junior is a creative director, a fashion stylist, fashion enthusiast, fashion influencer, a model, an all-round entertainer. I'm very, very open to opportunities, open doors. I a bag of creative ideas, and I'm taking my acting career to the next level, acting in South Africa, and just I'm not boxing myself. Obviously, whatever comes to me, I'll embrace it, and I will show the world that truly Kanaga Junior is destined for greatness.
Ladies and gentlemen,
They never won the show in my memory. So it felt like, oh, okay, she's playing well. But I guess those things don't exist. Ladies and gentlemen, she came.
has she broken the curse?
It looks like. She came, she saw, she dramaed, and she gave it her all. I want to call her quite the master gamer, because I felt like she played the game from the day she got in, and it got her the prize. And I think that was the intention for everybody who came on that show. Ladies and gentlemen, the very first winner in the history of Big Brother titles. Please make some noise for Kosi Twala! All right.
I think everyone wants to go to Big Brother. So it just started like that, like, man, I want to go on Big Brother. And then you just audition, like, just shoot your shot. But when it actually came into fruition, I was like, oh, this might actually be a thing. And I started thinking, like, okay, what type of person would I want to be? Because, you know, I did pageant, so I was like, okay, I have to be a certain way. But when you get there, hey, ha!
And you saw these guys.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I was like, hold on now. So everything changed. I was like, okay, let me just be myself and see what it comes with. Yeah.
So what did it come with? As you got in, the show starts, there's 23 other people, there's Nigerians, there's South Africans, there's all of this energy in the house, and everybody wants the same thing you want.
Yeah.
What did it feel like, the journey?
Oh, the journey was so tricky. The first day when I walked in, being the first one, I think they gave me some oomph, some confidence. I was like, yes, she has arrived. But then everyone was like coming in, I was like, I don't think I can do this. Everything just changed from that point on. But all the, like everything that came with it, this was a roller coaster. Whatever came with it, it changed me. Like I always say, I came as a certain person and I left a different person. I learned everything about myself. You know what's funny? I thought I knew who Kosi was. Turns out I didn't. When I was in the house, I got to see my weaknesses and my strengths, and I think I conquered all the way. I learned to manage my weaknesses, and I learned how to make silence move and still stay loud on the outside. That's why they never saw me coming. So I think that's one of the major things that I learned. I learned how to be a better person and know what I stand for.
Awesome stuff. Now you're a journalist. You've done pageants. This is Big Brother. This is Big Brother. What about this?
The house. I think a part of me forgot that it was a competition, and you know, obviously people are gonna come in their different ways, you know, and I just had to understand that. And it took me some time. Like if you were watching from the outside, oh, such a crybaby, but I realized that it was a game, and it wasn't about Nigeria versus South Africa or anything like that. It was a game, and every man was there for himself. Yeah.
Awesome. Speaking of Nigeria, unfortunately, Yemi's not here. Anything you want to say to him?
Maybe. Yemi?
Yes.
I mean, I'll give him a shout out.
Go ahead. That was a shot, not a shout. We've asked that a lot. You
Yeah.
know, are we going to be seeing you in Lagos?
I'm definitely coming to Lagos. Yo! I think the whole of Africa, after watching Big Brother Titan, wants to come to Lagos because have you seen how Nigerians party? Go!
Have you seen this?
Yay! Let's go! The network is crazy, and you know, people in Canada always talk about like, yo, y'all should come to Lagos. So even if you didn't have plans to, by the end of the season, you're definitely be going to Lagos, yeah.
So that's a very important point because I think that was one of the main reasons for this show, you know, for people to sort of come out of the bubble. You had housemates who had never left their countries. You had viewers who had a certain perception of these countries. You know, what's the biggest lesson you learned about Nigeria on this? Besides the fact that we can party.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Nigerians, it's like you guys have strong personalities, which is very different from South Africa. I didn't even know this until Nigerians started telling me I'm coffee and coffee, yeah? So, but like, that's just the exterior, right? They come across as people with strong personalities, but in the inside, I feel like they're exactly the same in South Africa. They're very caring. Have you met KJ? Oh, KJ is so sweet. I remember when I saw something in the club, the party room, and I was getting the mom, I was like, no, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And you see people in the house that you haven't even spoken to, but they check in with you just to try and make sure you're okay. So I just realized that we are actually one and the same. It's just that others come across more strong than others, but to be honest, oh, that was quite an experience. I'm not gonna lie.
He's saying he's not a soft guy. Tamar is here. Did you say hi to Tamar?
Yes, hi Tamar.
See the smile.
Yeah.
Melissa is also here.
Hey, Melissa.
Not causing any trouble. One very important question.
Yeah.
What does it take to win Big Brother?
That is a very good question that I also want to know because I feel like, how? I need answers, and I haven't been with my phone. I don't know what exactly is happening out there in the world. So I still have questions for people who voted for me. Like, I'm gonna need you to tell me why exactly, and then I can get back to you on that one. You know?
Fair enough. Finally now, $100,000. You know, like I said, your work is different. What's next for Kosi? with the money, I mean, you promised Lawrence and I, so
I grew to
let's not tell the public.
Yeah, let's-
Yeah.
But what's next for you now
Yeah.
that, you know, this new life?
Yeah, I mean, I've always said or hinted a little bit during the show that I've been a journalist all my life, but I feel like now it's time for me. Whew, thank God I have 100K as a startup. Yeah, it's time for me to focus on my charity, and I think there isn't more perfect time than now because I'm here because of people. People voted me to be here, and I've always wanted to give back. So it makes sense for me to just focus on that. I mean, I know there are many other things because I mean I was in the media, people expect you to do things, but I just feel like if it comes, well, you know, let's go. But my primary focus, getting this money, and see how I can make a difference.
That's pretty awesome, isn't it? I'll put our hands together for Kositwana. The winner! She took it all. Anything for your housemates now? 10K, just 10K.
Yes! Don't worry, I got you. Just send me proof.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be opening up the floor now to questions from members of the press, maybe from our ex-housemates, and our guests. If you have any questions for anyone on the panel besides me and Lawrence, because I know nothing about this show, please just indicate to have a microphone out there and they'll come to you.
Also, some of the housemates are here as well, so you can throw questions to them as well.
Very much. Hi, Kosi.
Hi, congratulations! Thank you, Mama!
Working out a millionaire feels kind of different, huh?
Hey!
I just wanted to ask, you know, with everything that you've obviously been through in the house and walking the journey and having won the journey, how are you handling the anxiety that comes with it all?
Like I said, Nick, thank you, Mama, for the question, but I've been really trying to take it easy, you know what I mean? I don't know if any of you hate me, but I will find out as soon as I get my phone, and then maybe the anxiety will begin. But for now, I'm just really trying to, it's not clicking, you know? The click hasn't, the click is not clicking yet. Hopefully, I do well on handling, you know, everything as it comes.
Okay, questions? Just raise your hand if you have a question. There's one at the back.
Hi, Kosi.
Hi.
So obviously South Africa of the 100K. So from a winner's perspective, who would you have won if it wasn't you?
Wow, that's honestly, I think I had that question during my last diary session, and I was like, yo, big brother, I've gotten to know everyone on a different level, and in my eyes, they appear more than just a housemate now, because I've learned their story. I mean, Kanago is amazing, the stories you shared with me during coffee time, and also Ebubu. Oh, I was like, oh my goodness, like, I wouldn't mind listening to Ebubu, you know what I mean? So yeah.